Hi there, Darlene here again, coming to you with another Shed Wars video, SHEDWARS21. We're supposed to make 2 videos a month, so this is my second video for the month of March. My tip for today is to show you how I prepare my potatoes, my seed potatoes, for planting outside. I'm not going to plant them outside today. They won't quite be ready. Plus, it's still a little bit, well, it's rainy and dreary, and it's in the high 30s, low 40s. But another week or so, they'll be ready to plant out, and I'll have them all ready by then. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to get them ready. Are you ready to see me getting them ready? Here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is to pour some, I've done this for a couple of years now and it seems to work. I'm going to put some sulfur in my container here. Not a lot. I'll refill that if I need to. I didn't put a lot in there. But I'm going to set this aside. I usually get my seed potatoes at my local farm supply. But they didn't have them in yet, so I got these at Walmart. This one is a red Norland. So I'm going to open the package. Let's see what we've got here. Oh yes, okay. And see, these are perfect. So what I'm going to do, each potato, these are pretty small. They have little eyes on them. I know, can you see the, right there? And this eye is already sprouted. So because these are small, I don't know, I've usually had bigger potatoes, bigger starts than this. I think these little bitsy ones, I'm just going to put them in this isn't going to work. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. Here's a bigger one so I can show you what I'm going to do. A couple of the little sprouts came off. What I'm going to do is take my knife. Just a second, let me go get a knife. I'm going to take my knife. I'm going to find where there's some eyes on this side and some eyes over on this side. So I'm going to cut the potato kind of in half, like right there. And then this part right here, so that it doesn't get all moldy and icky, I'm going to press it down in the sulfur and cover it up like that. And then I'm going to set it back on top of my little sack that it came out of. There's the second one. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with those bitsy ones yet. And I do believe I will pick up some more sweet potatoes at my local farm store when they ever get their shipment in. This one is White Superior. I'm going to take the scissors to that one. I can't get it open. There we go. Okay, and I see I have another one of the red Norlands that needs to be cut in half here too. We'll cut it this way. Put it down in the sulfur. And this part right in here needs to kind of harden off. I've seen few people plant them in the ground just right after cutting them, but what can happen is that they can rot, and we don't want that to happen. And I'm not going to bother keeping the kinds of potatoes separate, because where I'm going to plant them, they're just going to all be together in there. A potato's a potato, and that really isn't true, but that's the way it's going to be in my garden. So when you split them open like this, it's like you're planting 2 potatoes instead of 1. And they say if you cut them open and just let them sit without putting the sulfur on, you should let them sit for a couple of days anyway until this part scabs over, rather than planting them directly in the ground. There's a small one. I'll put the small one there where the small ones. Find my eyes on that one. Only one of the eyes is sprouted out on this one. But that's okay, as long as it has eyes on it. They don't need to have sprouted out already. Okay. So yeah, I'm obviously going to need to get more potatoes because these sacks didn't have all that many. Okay, my camera turned off, so this last little bit I'll have to repeat myself, but you won't know that because you didn't hear what I said. My last bag is good old faithful Yukon Gold. The other thing I said was that all 3 of the kinds, the White Superior and the red, whatever they were, and the Yukon Golds all say early season. So that means I'll be picking my potatoes, harvesting them kind of in the middle of the summer. So I have my Yukon Golds all cut, and I'm just putting the sulfur on them. And the sulfur that I don't use, I'll put back in the sack. The other place I put sulfur, usually in the spring, and I haven't done it yet, it's around my blueberry bushes. And I'll have to do some research and see if there's some other kinds of bushes that need the little extra acid to help them be healthy. Okay, so all of my potatoes are ready to cure. I'll put what I didn't use of the sulfur back in a sack. And I'll be washing out my bowl. Okay, I got some paper, and I'm going to put these potatoes on the paper. And the little bitsy ones that I didn't cut in half will just stick on here too. They won't have the extra sulfur, but that's okay. Okay. And those are all ready. I had the packages out on my table that's out on my porch, and then I had it all covered up with a floating row cover, a couple layers of it. So they were outdoors getting appropriately hardened off, and I will put them back out there. I think I'll put a tray of some kind underneath this so that we have a little rigidity here to hold them, and take them and put them back out there under my row cover that's on my table, so that they will continue being used to the outdoors. That way, when I plant them out in the dirt, they're going to be just fine. Well, that was my tip for today. I hope you're having a good day. I'm anxious to have a lot of potatoes, and I know I'll have to buy a few more seed potatoes, so that wasn't very many that I just processed to get ready for planting. But I'll give you some more tips along the way during the summer, the spring and summer, as I plant and as I harvest, and as I keep track of how they're growing. Until next time, bye.